Hi guys, today I'm going to have a bit of a discussion video about Marvel. Now, I don't normally do discussion videos, but when I do, I am talking about something that I'm interested in, like movies. I'm always interested in movies, doesn't matter what movie it is, but this subject really interests me because I am a Marvel fan and I like what Marvel is doing. They're definitely doing a better job than DC. So, yep, shots fired there. I'm really pumped for what Marvel is gonna be doing in the future and what is coming in the next 2 months, I think it is, with Age of Ultron. That I'm really pumped for, and I really want to see that movie. And I want to see how the new acquisition of Spider-Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is going to come into play for future Marvel movies. Now, Spider-Man isn't necessarily going to be in Age of Ultron because filming's already finished for that and he's not in that story at all, so he can't be in that movie. He might be in an after credit scene like Marvel normally does. They do their after credit scenes for every single Marvel movie, doesn't matter what it is. I'm thinking they'll have an after credit scene at the end of Marvel Civil War, Captain America Civil War. Now, Civil War I'm also really excited for because they're basically pitting Captain America against Iron Man and they're just going to fight because I think... Wait, I need to search this up. Alright, Civil War. I'm getting there. Civil War, Marvel Civil War. No, America Civil War. Civil War. There we go. So basically the plot of Civil War is the government passes a superhero registration act which is designed to have superpowered characters act under official regulation, somewhat akin to police officers. However, those opposed to the act, led by Captain America, find themselves in conflict with those in support of the act, led by Iron Man, with Spider-Man caught in the middle. So basically what I have told you is Captain America is on the good side because it's going to be called Captain America Civil War, so he's the good guy, and Iron Man's going to be the bad guy for once. Now, this movie is going to be amazing, and I want to see how Black Panther is going to do because normally that role that was supposed to be played by Spider-Man because he's caught in the middle of all this, but obviously Marvel didn't have the rights to make a Spider-Man movie, so like Sony had the rights to him, but now Sony has given Marvel Spider-Man to use, but Sony still owns him. It's just Marvel is allowed to use him. Marvel Civil War, that filming's already finished with Black Panther as basically Spider-Man's role, what he's supposed to be doing in the movie. But what I'm thinking is there's going to be a special scene at the end of Captain America Civil War, and it's going to be something about Spider-Man. There has to be, because I think Spider-Man dies in Civil War, but we'll see what happens. So Black Panther might die, and then eventually Spider-Man's just going to come in somehow. I don't know what's going to happen, but we'll see what happens with that. It's going to be awesome. Now, I don't know a lot about Thor Ragnarok. I think it's something to do with like there's another alternative bad Thor, like he's like a rock or something, I don't know, but apparently that's going to play a big role in the Marvel Cinematic Universe as well. I don't know how it's going to go, I'm sorry about that, but I'm not really following the Thor stuff. The Avengers stuff, Captain America and Iron Man, they're all going to play a big role in Marvel. Now also they have announced a lot of movies that are going to be upcoming. I think you've got Inhumans. I'm not really sure what that is yet. It's gonna be like the 2016 version or 17, I don't know when it comes out, but it's gonna be that version of Guardians of the Galaxy. Like no one knows what it is, but apparently it's gonna be really good from what I've heard people say about it. There's also gonna be a Miss Marvel coming out, or I don't know what it's called, I think it's Miss Marvel. Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is also going to be coming out. Speaking of Guardians of the Galaxy, if you saw in my American Sniper review, I was talking about Chris Pratt, and I went on for a good minute and a half, and I completely lost track of American Sniper, and I was just talking about Guardians of the Galaxy, but I cut that bit out of the video just so I could make this video about Marvel, because I had all these ideas of what I could be talking about, so I'm talking about them here. So yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy is getting a second movie, and they're also going to be in Avengers Infinity War Part 1 and Part 2, so that will be really cool to see everyone go in and all mesh. Also, back to the Captain America thing, this is a whole new topic. Chris Evans' contract is almost up. I think he's good for one more movie, which will be Civil War. That's going to be his last Captain America movie, I think. So from what you're seeing in the trailers of Age of Ultron, I don't think he's going to die. If he does die, that means that Civil War is either going to be taking place before Age of Ultron, or it's gonna be played by Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier. And what happens with the Winter Soldier, he takes over as Captain America eventually, because Captain America actually dies, Steve Rogers, and then Bucky takes over. So after Chris Evans' contract is up, Bucky Barnes is taken over, and that's going to be in Civil War, I think. I think Iron Man is going to kill Captain America, and then Bucky's going to come in. So that's that bit done. Infinity War. So obviously the bad guy in that is going to be Thanos. That's the guy you saw a bit of at the end of the first Avengers. He turned around in the chair, and he was sort of pinkish, and you saw him full on and up close in Guardians of the Galaxy, which was really cool to see. But an interesting fact about that, James Gunn didn't want to put Thanos in the actual Guardians of the Galaxy movie because he thought it was going to take away from Ronan, the bad guy in Guardians of the Galaxy. And I think he's correct. It definitely took away from Ronan's character putting Thanos in there, because it made Ronan look weak and that he was just nothing compared to Thanos. So yeah, that's Thanos. And then obviously Avengers, there's going to be this whole thing with the Infinity Gems that they've been collecting, and yeah, I think one of them is the purple stone in Guardians of the Galaxy, and then you got the red stuff from Thor: The Dark World. I don't remember what that's called. And then there's Loki's staff, I think, is another Infinity Stone. But I don't know. There's lots of Infinity Stones sprinkled throughout the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and Thanos wants to get his hands on all of them. And there's the Infinity Gauntlet, and that's got like infinite power. It gives him infinite power. And then you've got the Infinity Sword as well, which Thanos also uses. But I don't know. We'll see what they do with that. I just know this stuff off there's like a cartoon TV show, and then I just sort of watch that and I've gained knowledge through that. What else? So yeah, ooh, this is interesting. Hulk, played by Mark Ruffalo, is the only character that is going to be throughout the Avengers movies until Infinity War. So I read this on IMDb, so this means that all the characters are basically going to change out, or they're just going to die off and they're going to get new characters in. So I don't know how they're going to do that. I've got a comic book on it. It's called The New Avengers. This is the original Avengers, I think. But in The New Avengers is Wolverine, there's Scarlet Witch, there's Hulk isn't in that, I think. No, he isn't. Captain America's in there, so Bucky Barnes. Spider-Man's in there. Spider-Man's going to be the whole new leader. If Iron Man and everyone goes out, Spider-Man should be the new leader. Because if you think about it, Spider-Man is the main character in all of Marvel. You might not think that, but he's the original Marvel. When you think of Stan Lee, you think of Spider-Man. He is Marvel. Like DC, you've got between Superman and then you got Batman, and then people are tossing up who should be the leader, but Spider-Man's the leader, Batman's sort of the person that everyone wants to be the leader. But in Marvel, Spider-Man is the undisputed leader, easily. Like they've made all the Spider-Man movies and they haven't been that good. And you've got the other movies, and they've made all the Iron Mans, Captain Americas, and you're like, oh yeah, Captain America's the leader easily, because that's just what he is. He's Captain America. He has to be the leader. But when he goes off, Spider-Man is the leader, because he's the leader of Marvel, ultimately. But yeah, that's basically all I wanted to talk about with Marvel. If I have missed anything, you can come talk to me about it, or message me, or do whatever. I think I just needed to talk about this, because I love talking about Marvel, and I just thought you guys should hear me out, and just listen to what I have to say if you're interested in Marvel. So yeah, tell me what you thought of this. If you want me to do more discussion videos like this, just tell me. I like doing some of these sometimes. But yeah, if you like this, please comment, like, and subscribe. And if you have any movie reviews that you want me to review, or movies that you want me to review, please tell me and I shall review them. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back later. Cheers.